Hey guys, this is Arsenal Giants PS3 and this is episode 12 of season 4 of our FIFA 12 Sunderland Manager Mode commentary, and today I have an absolutely huge episode for you guys. I have 4 matches in total to finish off the month of December. First off, we have a Tyne and Wear derby against Newcastle at St James's Park, then we have a home game against Arsenal, again a very tough match, and then we have an away match against Stoke, again a really tough match, and then lastly we have a home game against Manchester United, which completes our month of December. An absolutely extraordinary number of tough matches there. In fact, there isn't an easy match there at all. And last episode I actually gave you guys the Champions League group stage table basically, but it was incorrect. I was a little bit tired at the time and I didn't realise, so of course I'm going through to the next round, and also in the other groups Manchester City and Schalke, then we have FC Porto and Lille from Group C. Unfortunately for Werder Bremen, they just miss out, and then we have FC Barcelona and Inter Milan. FC Twente just missing out to Inter Milan. And then in the other groups, these are the ones that I kind of got screwed up because they hadn't played all their matches yet. We have Bayer Leverkusen and Chelsea going through. Marseille unfortunately missing out by 3 points. Juventus and Zenit St. Petersburg, Ajax, unfortunately not going through, although they were in second place, last time I looked. Then we have SL Benfica, I don't really know why I have the SL there, but you know, and Real Madrid. Really surprised that Real Madrid didn't actually top that group. And then lastly we have Manchester United and AS Roma going through, Paris Saint-Germain just missing out, so really unfortunate on them, but those are all the Champions League group. And in the Barclays Premier League table, we are in third place with 32 points. 4 points behind the table toppers Arsenal and 3 points behind Manchester City, and actually 5 points ahead of Chelsea in 4th place, so it is all about the title. Top 4 is, you know, more or less not guaranteed, but we have a great chance of finishing in the top 4 unless we go through yet another total capitulation. And we have some great news. Dede has actually returned from injury, so we're going to have our partnership of Dede and Ogbonna running up again. I didn't want to take out Hovland straight away and then not leave him in there, but Dede is just such a quality player. And also I'm going to be taking out Lucas Podolski for Kevin Gamera, because Kevin Gamera has been on a terrible run of form recently, while Lucas Podolski has been scoring quite often, and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain is going to be taking Kevin Gamera's place on the left hand side. But anyway, as voted by you guys, the goal of the last episode was the Lucas Podolski goal. It was awfully close between that goal and the one against Aston Villa, but in the end it was just clipped by that goal, so thank you very much guys for leaving a comment on that. But anyway, on to our first match now, and it is the Tyne and Wear derby, and this is going to be a really interesting match. Quite surprised that Newcastle don't actually have Tim Krul. They have some bloke called Fraser Forster or something like that. I've never heard of him before in my life, but apparently he plays for them. And this match was fairly even in the first half, but just look at that. That is the kind of luck I get. Leon Best there just sliding out of Bonner, and as soon as I get my 2 starting centre-backs together, one of them is substituted off injured. I didn't have the clip of it, but Hovland basically came on and replaced him, and Courtois gets quite lucky there that we had a player to come back. But we did have a few chances of our own. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain breaking down the flank as he always does. Michael Dawson is keeping up with him reasonably well, but Oxlade-Chamberlain is a tricky player. Takes him on further down to the side, but Michael Dawson, what is he doing there? Just completely takes him out, and it is a penalty. He's the one who gives it away, and Oxlade-Chamberlain, as you can see on the replay, just takes a touch inside, and then Dawson coming in really recklessly just takes him out, and Lucas Podolski steps up and of course puts it in the back of the net. He is something of a penalty specialist, I seem to find. And we go 1-0 up in the derby, really happy about that. And again we're on the attack. Newcastle a little bit rattled now, not sure what's going on. Great shot from Williams there, and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain there to pick up the pieces and put it in the back of the net. A really good shot. Foster can only just palm it out, and unfortunately for him it falls right to Chamberlain, who puts it in the back of the net. And Newcastle were just completely surprised by this. They didn't offer anything else, tried to play through there, but Klein with a great interception, and at half time it was 2-0 to Sunderland, and St James's Park is absolutely stunned here. No idea what is happening whatsoever. But then from the second half it just seemed to change completely. Leon Best through on goal there, gets taken out by Courtois. I'm not so sure it should be a penalty. We've been having so many penalties recently, it's unreal. But Courtois, as Leon Best tries to chip it over him, it goes over the bar, and Courtois does unfortunately take him out. But of course Courtois saves that penalty. He is just such an awesome goalkeeper. Can't say it enough, but yet again, on the attack, Newcastle, Jermaine Defoe this time forces a save out of Courtois and then tries to get on the end of that, but luckily enough we do manage to tackle him. So we have to get back into this match, so I do bring on Fernandinho for Exard and Shaqiri, but that did not stop the tidal wave of attacks from Newcastle, and under so much pressure, this time around Newcastle do manage to get a goal back from Leon Best. A brilliant cross there, credit where credit is due. That was a brilliant cross, and Leon Best does put it in the back of the net brilliantly. But Lucas Podolski with a chance there, really unfortunate not to get in the back of the net. But then what is the defender and the goalkeeper doing there? Absolute calamity at the back, and that just reminds me of Wojciech Szczesny and Laurent Koscielny. I mean, it all comes here, speed it up a bit, and then they just run into each other. The goalkeeper slaps it right into the path of Lucas Podolski, and just like Obafemi Martins puts it in the back of the net. And now at 3-1 up, you think this is all over, but Newcastle really just were frustrating. I couldn't tackle them there. Just to show you guys that literally from kick-off they managed to get back into the match. Jermaine Defoe making it 3-2, and it's so frustrating when you can't just kill off a match and leave it at that. And it was just really frustrating, but we did have a chance here. Fernandinho going through on goal, trying to run through, and I really made the wrong decision there. I saw Lucas Podolski running through, but just before I saw him, I tried to chip the keeper with Fernandinho. A terrible, terrible decision, and of course I pay the prices, but I can't understand how Jermaine Defoe wins that header against, I can't remember who it was, but he wins the header, and I can't believe that. And if there is a bigger thing, I know defensively I was really poor and I should have taken chances, but if you want a real thing of EA scripting right there, I mean, I hate talking about excuses, but I can't believe that they managed to draw 3-3 in the 80th minute when I was 3-1 up. I can't understand that. But anyway, enough complaining. On to our second match against Arsenal. We just have to hope for the best against Arsenal, but they are not playing Robin van Persie, the top scorer in the Premier League actually at this point in time. Against me, they never seem to play Van Persie. They're always playing Chamak or playing Ji-Sung Park or anyone else. They never play Van Persie against me for some odd reason. I don't really understand. We had a few chances of our own though. Yunus Belhanda earlier, and Shaqiri actually were winning a header there. Really surprising how he won that, but I just thought I'd fly in the ball anyway. But Lucas Podolski on the edge of the area picks the ball, a really nice fake shot there, and Jack Wilshere takes him out. Here's a replay of it. A great fake shot, gives him plenty of space, and Wilshere just clearly takes him out, and that is a penalty. So many penalties recently, it's untrue. And Podolski, of course, steps up, puts it in the back of the net. As I say, penalty specialist right there. Confused the goalkeeper. Last time I went on the right side, then I went left. But what a great tackle that was from Dede. Sorry, I thought it was Obona. And Obona has actually returned from injury, in case I hadn't mentioned it earlier. But a great tackle, and Arsenal really couldn't seem to get past us. But Chamak with the header, great save from Courtois, and then yet again Courtois pulling it out there with a great stop to keep it at 1-0 to us. And, you know, he is such an awesome player recently. Sometimes he goes through a bit of awful patches. Yes, he did concede 3 goals against Newcastle, but again, he is just an awesome player to have. And after half-time at 1-0, you know, I was really hopeful, but of course, if you're going to give Chamak that much space in the air and that much time in the air, a brilliant cross, and I really should be doing a little bit better with the defence there. Kind of left him with too much time, heads it in the back of the net. And we have a few chances of our own. James Milner tries to curl this into the bottom corner. Just can't quite squeeze it in though. But what is Mertesacker doing here? Just loses the ball to Podolski. And he is in a clinical run of form recently. Puts it in the back of the net to put us 2-1 up in the 75th minute. And what is Mertesacker doing there? He should just hoof that out. Just hoof that out. Wojciech Szczesny can't do anything about it. Just going to bring on Nikolai Boulson and Williams to shore up the defence, just to keep this 2-1 lead. I don't need to do too much attacking. Williams had a shot though, not a bad shot in the end, but never really troubling Wojciech Szczesny. And at full time it was 2-1 to Sunderland against Arsenal. An absolutely brilliant result right there, because that is a really vital 3 points against the top of the table leaders actually. So again, vital 3 points.